Tips and tricks for starting Helldivers 2. Hello my dear friends, how are you? I hope you are well, in good health, and in the happiest of days. Today I have a new video with you, which is tips and tricks to start playing Helldivers 2. I hope you like it, but before watching the video, subscribe to the channel to receive everything new. Now let us follow the explanation. Taking on the role of an elite Helldiver fighting for democracy is hard work, but there's a whole host of weapons, tricks, and armor types that will help you keep the peace. So, whether you're jumping into your Hellpod for the first time or you've already taken down an onslaught of Terminids and automatons, here are our tips and tricks to get you started in Helldivers 2. Use your tricks more often. The tutorial does an excellent job of covering how important tricks are to you throughout the game. But when you go out on your first mission, you'll see how important it really is. Whether it's restocking ammo, summoning specific weapons, or eliminating an army of insects, use your tricks. Some have limited uses like orbital lasers, but most are unlimited, so don't be shy about pulling them out. These will form part of your loadout before each mission, so you can swap them in and out of the game to test what you like best. If you're looking for recommendations, check out our best tricks page. On the subject of gimmicks, upgrades to the ship's modules are equally important. These will affect your tricks, and you can see which ones will be affected in the bottom right corner on each ship unit upgrade. Ship modules can do everything from increasing your magazine size to reducing cooldowns, which can make a huge difference. You'll need to pick up specimens when you're out in the field to be able to purchase these upgrades, and better specimens will need rare specimens, which you'll unlock at higher difficulty levels. Take a look at our How to Get All Kinds of Samples page, so you can stock up. Avoid moving when shooting. The tutorial will cover this, showing how your reticle will move around when you fire your weapon. And if you want to take out enemies, accuracy is key. There's also friendly fire in the game, so the last thing you want to do is wipe out your fellow Helldivers. If you want to hold onto a target and be more consistent in your aim, try crouching. Better yet, drop down and prone. There are multiple currencies to learn about. Whether you're unlocking new tricks or upgrading ship units, you'll find that not everything uses the same currency, but you'll need it all. Here are the people you'll need to know and exactly what they can do. Use your map to find points of interest. When you set out on a quest, you'll have a lot of time to complete it, so if you want to make the most of the planet, don't head straight for the main quest. Instead, take the time to explore it thoroughly. Open the map and examine it to identify points of interest. Investigating these matters is how you end up finding loot like medals, order vouchers, interesting information logs, and more. If you can't see any points of interest right away, look for flashing signals in the distance or question marks on the compass at the top of the screen. Watch your ammo. This is not just a suggestion to keep an eye on when you run out of ammo, but also to keep an eye on when you reload. If you reload before emptying your clip, you are throwing away important ammunition. If you're completely out of ammo, don't forget to deploy a supply strategy or search the ground for points of interest. You'll usually find plenty of ammo scattered around. Use the environment. You have big weapons, you have gimmicks, you have boosts from your teammates, but you also have the environment that you can take advantage of. As you move around the map, you may find items you can pick up and throw, such as exploding tanks. Grab them and throw them to a key location to eliminate as many enemies as possible. There are also siege artillery weapons that you can bring back online as part of side objectives during operations. It can be filled with missiles which can then be called upon as a strategy wherever you are. Go vulnerable. Every time you get hit, you'll be prompted to crouch down and double tap the circle to dive down. This is covered in basic training, but if you are asked to do it, do it. This will sometimes be the best way to get those soft spots on bugs or make sure you can escape the crowd. As a bonus, prone is also when you have the best control of your weapon. You will have personal orders and large orders. Master orders will last for several days and will reward you with order vouchers and will be something that the entire Helldiver community will have to contribute to. At the end of each task, you'll see how your team's entire processes impact the overall lead percentage. Personal requests are updated daily, and you will be rewarded with medals for completing them. This can be anything from completing secondary interceptions while you're on an operation to eliminating a certain number of specific enemies. Press L2, PS5, or C, PC, to see your orders at any time. Sharing means caring. Helldivers 2 encourages multiplayer, and frankly, it's much faster to accomplish objectives with a larger team. You can have up to 3 teammates with you on each mission, and play can be multiplayer with friends or through random matchmaking. When you work as a team, you will have to and will want to share certain things. For example, resupply drops apply to the entire team, so if someone uses them, your supply strategy will also go on cooldown. The other thing you'll share is redeployment. If you have a full team, you will have 20 chances to return, but these chances are divided between the 4 of you. You can see it in the top left corner of your screen at all times. Practice your strategy entry skills. Using tricks, especially in the midst of an intense battle, can be particularly daunting. Fortunately, there's a way to brush up on your code entry skills through a unique arcade-like gaming machine called the Stratagem here, located along the wall, directly across from the ship management station. When interacting with the arcade machine, you will be prompted to a circular timed mini-game that requires you to enter real tactical codes. Not only can you participate in the high scores list, but Stratagem Hero is a great way to get into the habit of entering stratagem codes quickly under pressure. There is no need to check your cooldowns. Aside from common tricks like resupply, your personal tricks will always have the same cooldown time unless you have a ship upgrade that affects them. But you won't need to hold L1 and try to check this during battles, as a handy little pop-up appears on the screen to let you know when you have a few more seconds to wait before you can call them back. Search for secondary objectives, outposts and bases. These aren't always obvious, but each map will have a set of additional activities you can complete. It can range from destroying bases to reloading weapons and disabling signals. If you complete the radio tower objectives, they will reveal icons on your mini-map to show you points of interest. Blow down the doors. Objects can be destroyed in Helldivers 2, and some optional objectives will encourage you to blow places to smithereens. Sometimes when you find points of interest, you'll see chests or doors nearby. Throw a grenade and open it to find more loot. You can still extract once the timer runs out. But if you do this, you lose the ability to use your tricks. This may make waiting for the extraction ship a bit more difficult while you're fighting enemies, but it's also useful for unlocking the last-minute achievement. If you can't survive, you might as well get the job done. Trophy, where you complete the main objective but fail to extract it. Adjust your gun settings on the field. If you press and hold square while using the gun, you can change a variety of features during the mission. You can turn the flashlight on and off, change your scope settings, or switch between whether the weapon fires automatically or in bursts. The options you'll see in this menu will vary for each weapon, so check them out. Loot his fallen teammates. When you die, certain items such as weapons and samples will drop. Once someone dies, pick up any samples they drop, so they don't get lost. The samples are split among your team anyway, so you'll be doing everyone a favor by getting them back. If you're paying on your own, just look for the test tube icon to show you where the drop samples are. It is useful to play with friends. Sometimes, you can find doors that require 2 people to open. But this is not all. You get a huge boost to experience points when you're in a team, and they're all mined together. However, there is nothing wrong with flying solo. You can perform some easy tasks to get a quick 180 XP every 15 minutes or so. Reach level 5 as quickly as possible. From here, you'll be able to unlock some of the best tricks in the game. Once you reach level 5, you will also have a good feel for the game and will be able to start exploring more with your newfound arsenal. Some missions require blitz style. Although you don't need to rush most 40-minute tasks, some are much shorter and require a quick 15-minute scan. At the very least, try to collect light beams and samples that you find in the field near your critical path. Even if you're playing easy, you'll need to capture all the specimens and yellow rays you find. These yellow packs give you credits for better unlocks, including the kind you can pay for in the store, and don't worry if your friend gets to them first. The contents will be distributed to your team. Tricks can be linked to enemies. There's nothing better than launching a precision orbital strike and seeing it land on the back of the charger. It doesn't work every time, but if you aim right, you can see it latch onto the enemy and ensure there is no way they can escape the managed democracy. At the end of the video, I thank you for watching and I hope you liked it. and see you in a good video.